So my name is Kevin Keene. I'm executive director of Directed Action. We are a management consulting firm. The business question I was solving was, how do I grow the business? The personal question was, I'm just going to say procrastination. Why am I not doing what I know I need to do? And I think that was the main thrust to engage Grace and help figure that out. If I didn't work with Grace, I wouldn't be working on the right things. I wouldn't be solving the right problems, and I'd be miserable in the process. And the bully brain would reign supreme in my head if I didn't work with Grace. I'd be in this very difficult cycle of just continually beating myself up and trying to figure out what I need to do, and specifically focusing on the wrong things, identifying an opportunity, and then being able to respond to that. That elapsed time was fairly substantial. And then the work time was kind of bunched up right towards the deadline. So what's happened for me, at least anyway, is I've reduced that time so that I'm getting to the results quicker. I'm also seeing better results. So the most significant results from Grace are really personal insights. What's going on in my brain? Why am I behaving this way? And then understanding how to process. The tangible part right now is really we're setting the foundation for the business. And then how do I address some of my behaviors and insights that go on that I wasn't able to tap into prior to working with Grace? This whole notion around perfectionism has zero value. It is not in any way, shape, or form an attribute that should be admired and encouraged, because for me, at least anyway, perfectionism added very little value in the long term, and it was more of a hindrance than it was helpful. So what I thought was a strength is not, at least for me, it's not something that I want. And I think working with Grace allowed me to deconstruct that, intellectually deconstruct that, and then emotionally deconstruct that, to recognize that that's not a value proposition that I should, pursue. And that was enormously helpful for me. Self-talk is far more constructive, it's far more positive, but now I know how to manage it, and now I know how to deal with it. What I liked best about working with Grace was the structured approach. I think that was very helpful for me. Plus the flexibility to dig deep in terms of something that pops up and address it. I think the biggest takeaway for me was understanding myself and my tendencies and my behaviors, my attitudes, and through that, allowing myself to become more effective and allowing myself to be more of who I want to be. Take the journey, because the journey is going to be enormously valuable for you, and it's going to be different for everybody, right? But I would highly encourage you to take the journey, trust the process, because the process works. And you're best if you're at all interested, right? And you're hyper motivated and you want to be successful, take the step, because what you'll find is what you want and what you need are going to be two different things. And you won't know that until you get there. So take the journey and allow yourself better insights in terms of who you are and how you can become more effective.